The last section is the domain 4, the honesty and integrity section. So here's where they rely a lot on what your referees have said for you, which is why it's very important to choose your referees carefully. You need someone who will vouch for you, who will meticulously complete all parts of the application, and who will fill in all the sections well. It's not uncommon for people to choose for one referee more than necessary in case someone does drop out. You might not expect them, but it does happen more frequently than you think. Apart from referees, however, the other ways to show our certificates of good standing, if you have from abroad, or if you have ethical approvals for your research studies, or sometimes you may have comments in your appraisals as well, and you can declare by yourself on your application form too. The equality diversity bit is basically to do with your equality diversity training. Usually you get it as part of your inductions when you join a new place. It's sometimes present in your 360 feedback when you have references or from a variety of people. I had a letter from the Dean of Public Health where I worked, which commented quite a bit on this, so that helped as well. Data protection essentially refers to information governance. Make sure you have an updated one within the last 2-3 years or so, and from every place you have worked in as well. Make sure it's dated and has your name on it. Testimonials and letters from colleagues can be not only from consultants, they can be from your senior colleagues as well, and you can include references from whomever you can get. The more references and reference letters you have, the better. And ideally, if they are from different places and different people, that gives a considerably more weightage than having it from one single hospital. If you have references only from one single hospital, still don't despair. Try and get from as many people as you have, and make sure that they comment on all aspects of yourself and your application. Thank you letters and cards from colleagues and patients. These are self-explanatory. You can have actual cards, or you can put in emails, or you can put in sometimes messages. You can collate it together as long as your name is there and it's mentioned on it. These should be pretty self-explanatory. Complaints and response to complaints, they basically need one example. You do not have to put in all the complaints you have received. They basically want to see your response to it and how you assess and handle it. And that finally brings us to the end of this application. It's been quite a ride. I'm sure you must be exhausted from listening to that continuous monologue. The aim of this was to give you as broad an idea as possible, and with going into depth as and when required. Some general guidelines before you finish your application is one, you need to be as meticulous as possible with your application. With your CV, try and make it as good as you can. You need to check it again and again and again. It does not look nice if you have spelling mistakes or typos or errors on it. It needs to be done preferably nicely and professionally. In end,